10 minutes, more mobile, healthier hips is going to improve your golf swing. This is going to be good. Let's go. Hip mobility is huge for your game. It's going to connect the whole body. It's going to build your rotation. It's going to give you your speed. Okay, so we want to open up the hip joint, the capsule, so that you can actually use the hips, use the musculature around it, and not have stress in the wrong areas. So we're going to start with the 90-90 knee taps. Okay, here you're going to have one knee on the outside, one knee on the inside, and both feet are going to remain in contact with the ground. From here, you're going to rotate and put the opposing side down. Okay, you can have your hands on the ground. If you've got good hips, you don't need to. Okay, so feet maintain contact. We keep our chest forwards. We don't need to turn because that's gonna decrease the amount of work through the hips. Work with a nice flow through a solid range of motion and feel those hips opening up. Movement number 2 is going to be the 3-step hip opener. Okay, this combined with the 90-90 gives you a huge range, including rotation, different angles, and different ways to activate through the hip. Very simply, club out in front so you can maintain good posture, good spine angle. You are going to step forwards into a deep lunge. Hold for a few seconds at end range, getting that back hip flexor, step back, then go to 45. Same thing, lunge it out, back, and then to 90. Okay, this opens up the hips. Be aware of how the hip capsule actually feels through this motion, and then keep working through that flow. Back to 45, back, and then back to 0. Okay, so get deeper, use your breath work, stabilize against the foot, and improve those hips. So that's the initial 4 minutes. Already we've increased your range of motion through the hips, and that is going to allow you to do a lot in the swing. Because it's important to have free and mobile hips, because that's going to allow the glutes to work. So you think about how the posterior chain needs to work. If we're too tight in here, those glutes are going to shut off, and then we don't have any posture, we don't have any power from the ground. Okay? And number 2, when we are open and free, we can rotate, we can separate the upper and lower body much more effectively, and you know that means more speed, guys. All right, so we've already opened up the hips, we've created some mobility. Now it's time to add some function and some speed. So yeah, you can rip it. So we've created additional mobility. The hips are feeling pretty good. Let's add some speed and some sequencing in there. Okay, we're gonna go 10 reps of the golf posture power rotations. Okay, we're not just looking to turn here, we're looking to mimic the optimal movement for the golf swing. So we're looking for an increase in height on the way back, as well as extension of the spine. Okay, that's flexion, this is extension. Let's feel as though when we turn, we're creating that position. Okay, it's gonna work through the hip, you're gonna engage, and then we go from extension to flexion and rotation, guys. All right, so really, you gotta feel as though you rotate and lift, and then squat and accelerate, guys. All right, so really be aggressive. Make sure we load the hip, squat against the ground, and rotate to the target. Combine that with the step to rotational press. You can use the crossover symmetry bands or any exercise bands with lateral tension about chest height. You're gonna take hold with your trail arm. We're gonna start with our feet together, and it's all about sequencing, okay? So we're gonna enhance the function of the hips, because as we build momentum with that step, we're gonna push off the trail leg, we're then gonna activate and then push up through the lead leg before turning the hips to the target and firing the upper body, okay? So using that freedom, we can build speed, we can build rotation, we can definitely improve your separation for a more powerful swing. In just 10 minutes, we have massively increased our ability to play our best golf, okay? Because if your hips are functioning well, you can use the body, you can create freedom, and once you get to that point, it's all about how well you can manage your club face, put the game together, and play some good golf, guys, all right? So hit the sets and reps. This is a super simple way to either warm up, do a little golf workout at home to get the body feeling good, and yes, it will help you to golf strong, guys, right? As always, like, comment, subscribe if you haven't already, and then head over to check out the GOLFWOD app, because there is this and so much more, guys, all right? Join the movement, golf strong.